All right, shalom, shalom, Akim. First and foremost, I have to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught me the truth according to the Bible. And shalom to the brothers out there that the folk on the earth pushing His word and all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom. It's the brother Kazapa from the Philadelphia Plain Tables Camp here at Great Millstone. Come back with another quick listen through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And I just want to quickly get this lesson real fast because in the spirit I was checking out some videos, and one of the videos I was checking out was the pre-shaman, GMS overdrive, okay, 144. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead. All right. Be edified. Pre-shaman, he's very, very edifying, elder brother of Great Millstone. Does very, very great, good videos, good insight in spiritual matters, okay, and fleshly matters also. But on the video, he said, the main video right here says there will be greater judgment for the teachers in Israel, and he said something very key that I wholeheartedly agree with, and I will quickly want to get this get this excerpt of the priest's video. So let's back it up a little bit.
Both children and women, see that? Don't hurt the kids, don't hurt the woman. Nah, man. All right, judgment. The scriptures tell you there's no respect of persons in judgment. It says, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and that mark then in Hebrew means the wall. All right, which means exempt from judgment. That's what we want to be. That's how we do this, okay? Because we fear the Heavenly Father. I had to rush and get my scriptures together because I'm like, look, I got to do my shows. Yeah, I got shit going on, but this thing got to come first because I do not want to be one of those that get caught up in the judgment when the Most High get real vicious like. You see? It says, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at my sanctuary. So when this
Kind. Well, he said, which I 100% agree with the priest, man. It'd be sometimes you're just doing your thing throughout the day, and you got to realize, oh shit, let me grab my precepts, let me grab whatever I need to grab so I can get these lessons done, because I don't want the fury of the Lord to come upon me. I want to be able to escape these, said perils to come. Okay. Like the title of his video says, what? There will be greater judgment for the teachers of Israel. So yeah, if you call yourself a teacher or leader in the nation of Israel, okay, all right, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners, right? Okay, if you call yourself a teacher to the nation, okay, going out there on the highways and byways doing videos or whatever, you have to be instant, in season, out of season, as the scriptures say. Matter of fact, let's grab that. This is 2 Timothy chapter 4, I start at verse 1. I charge thee, therefore, before the Most High, and before Yahweh Shai, the Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. Okay, so he says, I charge you. Now, I want to quickly get this real fast in the blue letter, just for like I said, educational purposes, right? It says, I charge thee. Okay, you go in the NLT, it says what? I solemnly, which means seriously, urge you in the presence of the Most High. So what? We charge you. We solemnly, seriously urge you. Now, I want to get that word charge even more. The word charge.
Strong's G 1263. Diamarturamai. Diamarturamai.
All right. Which means charge, to testify, to earnestly, religiously, to charge, to attest, to testify, to solemnly affirm. Okay. We're going to go into that word earnestly. Okay. Let's see. Earnestly. It says with sincere and intense conviction. So this is deadly serious, okay? Deadly serious, okay? And we do this, in the presence of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, who's going to judge everyone, okay? So what do we earnestly tell you to do or urge you to do? Verse 2. Okay, remember, this is Paul, all right, speaking. Okay, and it's the same thing that the men of the Lord are going to be speaking these times too. Okay, this is verse 2. What do we urge you solemnly or what's called deadly serious about to urge you to do? This is verse 2. Preach the word. That's first and foremost. Just preach the word. You know, got a lot of instances where Jake just don't want to, do the work, man. Okay, and we know we're in these bodies, and you want to, sit, relax, do what, man. Fuck all that, man. The scriptures talk about rest in the kingdom of heaven. I know that's something I gotta rebuke myself on. You want to sit back and relax. Nah, get it in for the Lord, then you can sit down. Okay, all right. Do what the Lord commands you to do, which is to teach, and then you can sit down. Okay, I bet you'll have a better peaceful. You'll be at more peace in spirit that you did the work of the Lord first. Okay, before you did anything that might please you. Okay, please the Lord. Okay, read it again. This is verse 2. Preach the word. All right. Be instant, in season, out of season. So all year round, no matter what situation you're in. Okay. Reprove. Okay. Rebuke. Exalt with all long suffering and doctrine. Okay. So this is what we were supposed to do. We're supposed to teach. We're supposed to correct. Okay. We're supposed to exhort. We're supposed to lift brothers up. Okay. With all long suffering and doctrine. So we got to be long suffering. However long we're here in this place, America, where we're allowed to teach, we have to teach. Point blank, period. Okay. However long the Lord say you got to do it, you got to fucking do it. Excuse my French. Okay. Instant, in season, out of season. Okay. If you can in the spirit, put up at least one video a day. But you got to get the word. You got to get the word in through. You can't go weeks without doing something, man. All right. It shows of a lack of discipline and a lack of faith when you don't do so. Okay. No matter what you got going on in your life, the Lord has to come first. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. Okay. Because if not, the Lord will take everything from you. Okay. All right. If you're a man of the Lord. Now, if you're not a man of the Lord is going to allow you to destroy yourself. Okay? This is verse 3. It says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. We're living in that time right now. Okay? We see that 2026 is going to be the year of apostates and false prophets. Okay? It says, but after their own lusts, they shall heap them to themselves teachers having itching ears. Okay, so they're going to turn away from the truth. Well, it says right here, verse 4, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables. Okay, so, you got individuals who call themselves teachers. Well, guess what? You got to have a lot of people going away doing their own thing, twisting the doctrine. Okay, and you got to have people cleave unto them. And this is all really of the Lord to gather together the 2/3 of the nation of Israel and separate them from the elect. Okay. There's going to be a difference. The elect of the nation of Israel, okay, versus the 2/3. And the Lord is going to destroy the 2/3 with a vicious overthrow, especially those that call themselves Israelites. Okay. All right. We don't want to be caught in the crossfire. Okay. Stray bullets, man, is a such thing, but at the same time, it's not really a stray because all things is of the Lord. Okay, but you don't want to even be caught amongst those men when judgment comes down. Okay. Now I want to quickly get this because this is something that I've heard brothers in the spirit been talking about. Matthew 6. Okay. Just laying up treasures in heaven, man. Okay. Let's see. This is Matthew 6:19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Yeah, at the end of the day, we're just living paycheck to paycheck, barely surviving, which just keeps us in the spirit of what? Trusting and relying on the Lord. Okay. All right. The Lord is giving us our daily bread. We're not trying to be in America living lavish. Okay, this place is going down. It says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven by putting in this work, by putting in for the Lord. You focus on the Lord will focus on you. Okay. It says, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, nor thieves do not break through and steal, for there is your treasure. It's like, for where your treasure is, there will be your heart also. So if your mind is on the world, okay, all right, if your eyes is on the world or your treasures in the world, okay, your heart is going to be there also. So you're going to be worried about the things of the world. Versus if your mind is on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, who the world only calls God in Jesus Christ, guess what? Your eyes, your actions, your mind is going to be on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So, one of those things that we just got to keep on pushing forward is what? Please the Lord by doing this work, being faithful, okay? It says, the light of the body is the eye, therefore thy eye, it's like it. If therefore thy eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. But if thy eye be evil, the whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light is in you, it's like, if the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? Okay. Here's verse 24 going on. Because what? You got to keep your eyes single. You have tunnel vision for the kingdom of heaven. Okay. Because if you don't got tunnel vision for the kingdom of heaven, you have tunnel vision for this world. It says, verse 24, no man can serve two masters. Okay. Yeah. Who are you going to obey? Okay. This world or the Lord? It says, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he would hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High and mammon. Okay, so you can't be fully committed to the world and fully committed to the Lord. It's just not gonna happen. Okay, they're total opposite. They require different things. Okay, but they require different things of the same body. So what? This world requires you to be in the flesh. Okay, to be carnally minded. Versus what? The world, it's like this world requires you to be carnally minded, versus Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai requires you to be spiritually minded, and you can't be both at the same time. Okay, you got to choose which one. And ultimately, the elect of the nation of Israel, the Lord has it for them in these times to choose being spiritual and trusting in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, laying up their treasures in heaven. Okay, relying and trusting on the Lord for all their things. All right, and doing what the Lord is pleased in. All right, so I just want to quickly get that in the spirit. I said the priest Shimon said that in his video, and it was 100% true. I understand that immediately. Okay, you got to do what you got to do for the Lord. If you got to print out or write down what scriptures you go bring out for the day, print them out. Do that. So you can get to it. Let's do the Lord's work so we can be, found worthy to escape the destruction to come. So with that, hopefully this is edifying to the elected nation of Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Wakakadash. Double honors to my apostles, elders, a great millstone, and shalom to the elect. Shalom.